Okay, so I'm remembering a time when I actually used to believe that these store-bought cereals, I'm talking the ones with sugar and all of that many moons ago, thinking that they were actually healthy for us, thanks to good marketing and all. But I would have never thought in a million years that I would be wanting to eat soup for breakfast. Never saw that one coming, but I can assure you it's like 1,000 times better. And today's video, I'm going to tell you why. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Stasia. So today's video, I'm going to be sharing with all of you my breakfast soup. I know those two words usually don't go together, but today they do. And I'm going to tell you why. And if you are on a personal weight loss journey yourself, then losing weight is actually one of those reasons. So I'm going to jump into those reasons in just a second. And then at the end of the video, I'm actually going to show you how to make this soup in case you'd like to make it for yourself. But before we jump into all of that, I just want to throw this out here. For those of you who follow me, then you probably already know what I'm going to say. And that is for the first 10 people, by the time I release this video, all of my weight loss recipe ebooks will be on sale at 50% off. So that includes my weight loss recipe ebook that has over 50 oil-free recipes. So if you are just bored of what you're eating, or you're new to a plant-based diet, maybe you just need some inspiration and some direction, that book is awesome for that. As well as my newer 30 oil-free sauces and dressings recipe ebook. That one is incredible to help take your plant-based meals to the next level, in my personal opinion. So both of those books will be on sale to the first 10 people at 50% off. And if you're in need of even some more direction following a whole food plant-based diet, and you would like to know exactly the guidelines that I'm following, then I put together a 1-week meal plan. It can be used as a reset, as a jumpstart to your weight loss, or it can be taken a step further and used as a general guideline to this way of eating. So all those books will be found in the same place, and I will have the link in my description box below. I'm sure you will find them helpful. I know they've helped me tremendously. Okay, so let's get into the video. So why soup for breakfast, right? Like crazy. Well, first, before I jump into the reasons why I do this, I just want to start by saying that, food is just food. We need to remove these labels, just like everything else in life has a gazillion labels on it. So does food. We're expected to eat certain foods at breakfast, lunch, dinner. Well, what happens if we just say, forget that? Let's just take the label away and just look at it as food. That's really popular mostly in North America to put the labels, a breakfast food, a lunch food, a dinner food. But in other parts of the world, you would be surprised that this doesn't actually exist. They just eat, whatever they feel like eating with no labels attached. So with that mindset, it's kind of like, who cares if it's soup for breakfast? But I am aware in this part of the world, it does seem a little bit strange. Okay, so now on to the reasons why. So first of all, my soup that I eat is a really super simple lentil soup. Now, when it comes to the legume family, which is our lentils and our beans, those babies keep me full forever. So I just find that it's been a great way to start my day off because it keeps me full for quite some time. And because of that, I find that I'm able to snack a lot less. So for those of you who have been following me, you know that this has been one of my, goals that I'm really kind of working on. And so by eating that soup first thing in the morning, I don't really feel the need to do all that mindless snacking. So it's really, really helped out with that. Now, the other reason is because lentils and beans, they are known to help control your blood sugars. Now, I have briefly mentioned in some of my other videos that I am watching my sugar intake. That doesn't mean that I'm completely sugar-free. For example, if there was a dressing that I really wanted to eat or a sauce and, it kind of needed the sugar in it, I'm gonna throw a little bit of, dates or maple sugar in it. It's not a problem. All I'm saying is that I've really significantly reduced it and I'm just a bit more aware. So where I can cut it out, I do cut it out. And especially when it comes to any type of, baked treats or anything like that. So again, when I eat this soup in the morning, I just feel really even and I don't feel, like I'm craving something sweet or anything. So it's really, really helped to knock those sugar cravings down. And I would say cravings in general have kind of gone away for me. And I'm so thankful because that has been one of my biggest problems in my personal weight loss journey is just, craving, being addicted to sugar and snacking. Those are huge ones for me. And I find that this really, really helps me out because before I typically would start my day with something sweet, a decaf coffee with some, vanilla milk in it, as well as maybe some oatmeal. And I know you can have oats savory, but I love my oats sweet. So, there'd be a banana, maple syrup, or a little bit of brown sugar, and the vanilla milk. And back in the day, before, I used to love adding like just a little dollop of the vegan vanilla yogurt. So you can catch my drift. It's just that I used to start my day off really sweet. And I felt that just kind of put me into this spiral for the rest of my day, craving sweet stuff. And we all know that there's delicious, homemade, whole food even, baked treats, that can be a little bit on the sweet side that we enjoy, granolas, all of these things, but they still have a lot of sugar in them. So by starting your day off with a savory soup instead, it really changes the course of your day. Well, it does for me anyways. I should speak from my own personal experience, but it really has a huge effect on how I end up eating the rest of my day. Now, this can also be compared to some people wanting to eat vegetables at breakfast. And I found that a lot of people reached out to me, saying that they found this difficult to do, especially if you're new to a plant-based lifestyle and, eating vegetables are not really yet your thing. I can get that, like why that might be difficult to start your day off eating vegetables. I love vegetables, and even me, they're not the first thing I think of when I start my day. However, the concept is very similar to what I'm explaining. It's the idea that we're starting off savory and not sweet. And I swear it makes a huge difference for the rest of your day. So if you're not into vegetables, maybe eating soup instead could be something you try. So I don't want this video to be super long today, but those are my main reasons, because it regulates my blood sugar, which prevents me from craving and snacking, and it keeps me really full. So I'm not just eating all day long, or feeling ravenous just an hour or so later. It really keeps me full. I would probably say for at least a good 3 hours, 3.5 hours or so before I'm actually ready and hungry to eat again. Now, keep in mind too, I'm about to show you my recipe that I use, and I literally make this every single week, but by all means, you can find your own recipe. If lentils are not your thing, maybe try some other type of bean soup, or, a starchy soup with potatoes or sweet potatoes. You definitely don't have to just eat this soup. I just want to share with you, for those of you who do like lentil soup, it's super easy and, in my opinion, really, really delicious. So with all that being said, I really encourage you to give soup a try for your breakfast. So let's jump into how the heck to make this soup. Okay, so to start off, I always like using red lentils when it comes to making lentil soup. So I usually use roughly about 3 cups of lentils. So here I'm just taking the pot away, washing those lentils off really good, and then adding 1 chopped up onion. After that, I'm going to chop up about a handful of garlic. I use even up to a whole bulb of garlic, but that just depends on how much garlic you like. So I just chop that up and throw that in the soup. And then after that, I'm just going to cover it in water. I don't have an exact amount. I just like to cover it about 3/4 of the way in the pot. And then even sometimes while it's cooking, you might find that you need to add a little bit more water. So water is just kind of dependent on how, liquidy you want the soup to be, but there is no set rule when it comes to that. So I actually needed more water after that point, but I just need to fill it up in my Brita. So here I'm just dumping in some diced tomatoes that I blended up and threw in, only because my daughter doesn't like to see the tomatoes, but you can certainly just throw some in just as is. And there I'm throwing about a tablespoon of garlic salt, as well as about 2 to 3 tablespoons of cumin, as well as some MSG vegetable soup seasoning. So I'm just putting about a tablespoon or so in there. I just find that it adds a little bit more flavor. And then I'm just topping it off with the water now that it was filtered through. So again, it's about 3/4 of the way in my pot. So then I'm just going to mix it all up and then put it on my stove on high, and then once it's boiling, bring it down to a simmer, and it usually simmers for around 45 minutes or so. And here is the final result. So this is what the lentil soup looks like. Now you can feel free to blend it up if you like more of a smooth soup. I personally kind of like the texture. And here I love adding some fresh lime juice on top. Oh my goodness, it takes it to another level. I absolutely love it. And then I just top it off with some black pepper, and Oh my goodness, it is absolutely amazing. Now you can also add a little bit more water if you like your soup a little bit more liquidy. This one turned out a little on the thicker side, but there is no right or wrong way when it comes to that. I'll eat it either way. It tastes good both ways. So there you have it. There's the soup. I hope you guys give it a try. If you're interested in more recipes like today, don't forget to check out that description box for my books on sale. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. We'll see you in the next one.